Hello and welcome to the first ever Virtual Higher Education Roadshow, hosted by University Centre Wakefield on behalf of UniConnect and Go Higher West Yorkshire. My name is Rich Williams, radio presenter for Virgin Radio. Really delighted to have been asked to be here today and take you through today's event, which of course we would normally would be in the Riding Centre, wouldn't we? We'd do this in person, we'd be saying hello, shaking hands and finding out everything you would want to know about higher education. But unfortunately, with the obvious times being as they are, at the moment, we're not able to do that. So instead, we're doing it this way. And thank you so much for joining us as well. There's lots coming up for you over the next hour or so. We always look forward to talking to the community about the benefits and opportunity in higher education and to be able to help and advise young people for courses and higher educational institutions as well. So if you're wondering what Go Higher West Yorkshire is, just to give you a little bit of background, it's a consortium of higher education providers in our local area, working together to ensure that higher education in all its forms is open to those who can benefit regardless of background. That's a really important point as well. So we've got a packed show coming up for you this morning, lots heading your way. That's hopefully going to be really useful and really answer some of your questions, even if we can't do it face to face as we normally would do each year. So we can give you a flavour of the courses that are available in the region. We're going to hear from current higher education staff and students as well. We've got virtual campus tours. We're going to hear from two major West Yorkshire employers as well. Hear about apprenticeships and all sorts of stuff going on this morning. Now, there are 13 higher education institutions in West Yorkshire. That's alone, including traditional universities, university centres and a conservatoire as well. So lots to get stuck into. And we will, of course, be providing all the addresses and the websites and everything you need. And other helpful websites such as Go Higher West Yorkshire and UniConnect. You can look out for more higher education information during the HE week, which starts on Monday, 1st of February. Oh, February, we're nearly there. It's taken a while, hasn't it? And you can find more information on the Go Higher West Yorkshire website as well. Lots of stuff on there. So if you don't catch anything today, you can catch up there and you'll be able to watch this back as well. Now, we haven't got staff from all our partners with us today, unfortunately, but we've got something from all of them. So everyone's going to be covered off, whether it's a video of what they've got going on or whether we're able to speak to staff with a live chat as well. We've got lots coming up. So Laura from the University of Huddersfield and Sophie from University Centre Leeds can be telling you the benefits. Why study for a degree might be the first question on your lips this morning. They'll be able to talk to you about that. We've got lovely Pam from Morrison's talking about the opportunities they've got to offer as well. That could be a really good path for you. May from West Yorkshire Police talking about the force and how you can get involved. There are a couple of ways you can do that. Jane from the University Centre at Wakefield College, and also Will from Leeds Beckett. They're all here this morning, all ready to take any questions that you've got. You can ask any questions, put any comments in the chat section. Any comments you want, we can bring them through onto the screen. We can answer them live for you this morning. So don't hold back. If there's anything you want to know, anything you heard but you weren't sure of, Laura and Sophie in particular, they'll be with us at the start, but then they'll be dipping back in and out to answer your questions. So feel like we're here in person for you. Ask away, and let's see if we can answer any of your burning questions this morning. We've also got a chance for you to win £50 worth of shopping vouchers. Not bad for a morning watching our virtual event. Just fill out a short evaluation. You can get that at wakefield.ac.uk/roadshow. All the details are there. Probably not just at the moment, but head there at the end and let's see if we can get you winning that £50 as well. Okay, let's start with our first partner institution. This is the University Centre Leeds, who have excellent links with industry, and their main campus in Leeds is easily accessible as well. So it's a great place. Media makeup is a popular course, and former students have gone on to work for the likes of Fenty Beauty as well. They have regular masterclasses from industry experts such as Urban Decay and Airbrush. And if you want to get a bit of a flavour, let's take a look at some of the amazing work on the fashion course and hear from some students as well.
I'm Chantal, and the reason I picked this course is because they show you so many different areas of the makeup industry. I came in as a self-taught makeup enthusiast, and now my skills range from pastiche to prosthetics, body painting. Like, it's just endless. They teach you so many different things. Now I feel like I can do anything. It's been such an amazing experience. I studied 10 years ago and I had a very different experience, so I was a bit nervous to come back and study, but I've had such a good experience. The tutors have been amazing. I've learnt so many new skills. It's just been a really, really nice experience.
I began my degree as an editorial makeup artist only, and I'm now leaving as a prosthetic makeup artist with lots of skills and knowledge under my belt, as well as work experience. Not only have I gained these skills, but I've also learned to reflect on my work as well. This has helped us to become a much better artist, and also gives us a lot more confidence to work on film and TV. And I really would like to thank my tutors for helping us blossom over these 3 years.
So there you go, a little flavour of University Centre Leeds. Sophie's going to be joining us, the outreach officer from University Centre Leeds, in just a moment. We'll also be joined by Laura, who is the outreach officer for University of Huddersfield. And before we do that, let's just get a bit of a flavour of that as well. University of Huddersfield is a growing centre of research and excellence, always pushing the boundaries of knowledge as well. They're recognised as a gold-rated university. In fact, the University of Huddersfield became the Times Higher Education University of the Year in November 2013. Judges highlighted the university's outstanding record for student satisfaction, employability as well, with the university placed in the top 10 in the country for both categories. That's pretty good going, isn't it? Since 2010, 80 million has been spent on campus development as well. So it really is a fantastic place to be. Let's take a closer look at the University of Huddersfield, check out the campus atmosphere, hear from students and their community.
I chose to come to the University of Huddersfield because as soon as I got onto campus, I felt right at home.
I felt like it would provide a new set of fresh opportunities, which thankfully for me, that has been absolutely true.
Everything is so close together. All the facilities are fantastic. They're always up to date. My course as well is engaging and fun.
So it's a really nice place to come and study and feel at home.
I wanted to be independent but part of a community, and it's something I've definitely found here.
So there you go, University of Huddersfield, a little flavour of what's on offer there. So we've seen from two of our institutions this morning. Let's hear from two of the ladies who work there. We've got Laura, who is the UniConnect Outreach Officer based at Huddersfield University. Morning, Laura, you okay?
Hi, yes, thank you.
Good, good. And we've also got Sophie, the UniConnect Outreach Officer based at Leeds City College University Centre. Sophie, morning to you. How are you?
Morning. I'm good, thank you.
Good. We do. I mean, normally we'd be doing this in person, wouldn't we? But now we're doing it in a series of people's bedrooms, which is very sort of 2020 and 2021. So let's just start off by asking you the question. And Laura, maybe I'll start with you. You know, what are the main advantages of studying higher education? Because that's what we're talking about this morning. What are those main things that make it so worthwhile?
So I think one of the things that people would immediately associate is the opportunity to get a world-renowned qualification, which obviously is fantastic in itself, opens up so many doors to a variety of different careers. And, you know, the amount of subjects you can study is crazy. There's so many options out there to get those qualifications. But something as well that we're really passionate about is the idea of kind of growth as a person, which is something that's a massive part of the university experience. You know, gaining life skills, independence, confidence. And I think it's important as well to say that no matter what walk of life you're coming from, there's such a massive amount to gain from higher education. So whether you're a mature student or you're going at 18 or whatever you've done previously in your life, there's so much to gain. Social skills and making new friends and meeting new people. It's a great opportunity all round.
You mentioned I really came across in the University of Huddersfield's little video there, the kind of sense of campus and community and everything. And the other thing you said about doing something you're passionate about, that really came across, you know, with the makeup and the guys going into that industry as well, and the transformation they've had and how they felt starting and how they felt at the end of their courses and where it's led them to, Sophie.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can see definitely from uni centres and unis as well. They have a lot of kind of employer links as well. So students really do get that hand-on experience for when they go out into industry or employment after their courses.
Okay, and in terms of practically speaking, Laura, it's not just, you know, go and do a course, educate, have a great time. You know, there are actual real practical benefits here. I'm talking about the money you can earn, the career prospects you've got at the back end of doing higher education. These are the kind of real tangible things, especially in the current climate, that are so important at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we always want to say, you know, going to university isn't essential. It's a choice, and it's a really personal choice. It's not the right option for everybody. But statistics do show that graduates do tend to earn more across their lifetime than non-graduates, which obviously, you know, says a lot about, you know, the value of a degree. And there are also a number of jobs and careers where a degree is essential to go into that field. So, you know, it's always worth bearing in mind what it is you would like to go and do in the future, doing a little bit of research and working out kind of what the requirements are for that line of work. And you may find that a degree is necessary for that.
Yeah, and Sophie, I'm going to come to you here for the technical, Sophie. Sorry, I'm dropping you in it. I do apologise.
It's all right, don't worry.
There are different levels and there are different routes, okay? Because, you know, sometimes you can get caught up a little bit in the lingo. So just explain those different levels and the different routes that you can take as well.
Yeah, so looking at levels first, I think that's probably easier. So you may be doing a GCSE at the moment, which is a level 2, and then you would go on to college or a sixth form, and then you would do a level 3. So that could be A levels or a BTEC extended diploma, for example. And then a level 4 is the first year of your degree, level 5 is the second year, and level 6 is your third year, and that's classed as your undergraduate degree. And then if you go into postgraduate study, that's level 7 and above.
You're not gonna test me on this at the end, are you? That's what's level 5, Rich? Okay, so those are the levels, and just explain the routes as well.
Yeah, so there's lots of routes out there. So one popular route at the minute, which is relatively new actually, is degree apprenticeships. Degree apprenticeships are not in every subject at the moment, unfortunately. But you go to work, so you work for an employer. You apply for a degree apprenticeship as you would a normal job, and then you will go to university or college once a week, or you might go on a block release. So one of the benefits of a degree apprenticeship is that the employer actually pays for your degree, so you will not have to get a student loan. But like I said, these are not in every area at the moment, so it's well worth doing your research beforehand. But you find them in things like health and science, engineering, education. But like I said, do your research first. There's also some other routes as well. So working at a university centre myself, we offer foundation degrees your first and second year of a degree, and then after that you can either stay on and decide to do a top-up to gain a full BA honours or BSc honours degree, or if you want you can go out in industry after your foundation degree, as that's a nationally recognised qualification in itself. There's also H&Cs and H&Ds, so that's higher national certificates and higher national diplomas. And these are generally found in things like engineering, hospitality and childcare. But like I said, if you go on a website called UCAS, it will outline the qualifications on there as well.
Okay, thank you. And it's worth just saying, there's a lot of information to take in this morning, but if there's anything you want to follow up afterwards, all the details, the Go High website, and UCAS, like you say, you can find it, and we've got little tickers going across the bottom. You can see with the details. Make a note of them. You can watch this back if that's helpful as well. Laura, let me ask you. I mean, it's a giant question in a way, so I'm not going to ask you to name them all. But in terms of subject choice, it's huge, isn't it? It's absolutely massive.
Yeah, I think it can definitely be overwhelming to start with. I mean, just the figure of there are over 40,000 courses available just in the UK alone, which is really exciting. And I think it shows that if university and higher education is something that you're interested in, then there's something for everybody. But Sophie's done a really nice sort of introduction to the UCAS website, which is where I would say is the first place to go. If you're interested, you maybe might have a few ideas, you're not really sure what you're interested in yet. Everything's listed on that website, so you can have a look. But I mean, there's so much. Like, honestly, I could probably say any topic, and at some point you'd be able to find a higher education course that is linked to that or relevant to it. So yeah, so much hands-on stuff like your healthcare and your engineering, through to your kind of more traditional academic subjects, your English and your maths, things like that. And then yeah, I would say anyone who's watching this who wants to kind of broaden their mind a little bit, get onto the UCAS website and see maybe what the most surprising course you can find is, because you might be really surprised some of the things that you can get a degree in.
I'm going to come back to you in 1 second, Laura, and I want you to hit us up with a really surprising course. All right, but I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a moment to think about it. But Sophie, before you do that, Sophie, people might be watching this thinking, "Oh, well, higher education, that means going to a traditional university. That's the only way you can do that." It's not actually the case, is it? And that's kind of part of the reason we're here this morning.
Yeah, so now colleges in West Yorkshire and in the UK do offer degree programmes as well. So these are obviously often local. A lot of our students at the uni centre do commute, but some do stay in private accommodation as well. And like I said, a lot of the uni centre courses as well offer kind of a different feel. So we have a lot of mature students as well studying with us who are getting back into learning after a while. So you generally find it's a more supportive environment, as the class sizes are often smaller. At the university centre as well, for example, we have condensed timetables. So generally you do 2.5 days a week as well. And also another benefit of university centres and studying higher education at colleges is that tuition fees are generally less as well.
Okay, Laura, very quickly before we get onto your surprising course of choice, HE Week, Higher Education Week, starting on Monday, as we know, this is like a nice intro really to it. So what's going to be going on during that week?
Yep, so we've kind of got a full website with all the information on. So anything that we're talking about today, you can go and delve into loads more detail on that. Hopefully really accessible, really useful information from all of our partners at Go Higher West Yorkshire. It's also important to say we are running live sessions throughout the week as well. So at 3:30 each day, Monday to Friday, we have a live session covering a range of topics. So if you want to, come and have the opportunity to ask questions and have some live content, then I'd recommend popping along for those as well. So yeah, as you mentioned, you can find all the information on the Go Higher West Yorkshire website, and it kicks off on Monday.
Awesome. Sophie and Laura, you're happy to hang about throughout the whole event. So if there are any questions you've got, do ask them, because Sophie and Laura can ask them and can answer them for you. We can bring them up on the screen and they can answer them for you straight away. And they're happy to hang about and answer anything you need. We can dip in and out at any point, which is great. Let me just ask you very quickly before you go, Laura, give us a surprising course that you might not think exists but does exist.
So two I always think of. So one of the southern coastal universities has a degree in surf science. And then if you throw it right back up to Scotland, you can study brewing and distilling as well. So that's kind of a really nice way of saying, you might find only one university in the entire country that does a course you're really interested in. But if you're willing to travel and willing to be flexible, yeah, you'd be amazed at what you can study.
That sounds great. All right, thank you. For the time being, Laura and Sophie, thank you so much. And remember, just keep any questions coming in. If you're thinking of a question, someone else is probably thinking of it as well. So just chuck it in there and we can ask as well. But for now, Laura and Sophie, thank you so much. We'll hopefully speak to you soon at some point during the event as well. So there you go. The outreach officers giving you a bit of an introduction, bit of a flavour to HE and exactly what's going on. And well, we've got absolutely lots heading your way. So Sophie and Laura, we can move on to our third partner institution, which is Leeds Trinity University. Ex-alumni include Gogglebox and Songs of Praise celebrity Reverend Kate Botley, also DJ and radio host Sean Kern, ex-Kaiser Chief Nick Hodgson, drums on the Kaiser and songwriter as well for that band back in the day, also CBBC presenter and radio host Laura Layfield, all ex-alumni of Leeds Trinity University. So before we do anything else, let's hear from some students at Trinity and also check out some of the facilities that are on offer for you.
I really felt like it was a family type university, quite close knit.
With Leeds Trinity, it is very homely, because when you're actually on campus in here, you do kind of feel like you mean something and you know everyone around you.
And it was really nice because it's like another little community in itself, and it's surrounded by green space as well. So in the summer people like to have barbecues and things, and it's nice to socialise.
And it's a lot more one-to-one and personal, so you can actually talk to your lecturers. And if there are any issues, you can email them and talk to them about it.
And even when I came on the open day, they said that we're more like people than a number, and I really felt that when I was looking around.
So throughout first year, I didn't personally own a PC, so the library was my friends in terms of completing assignments, because obviously it's 24-hour T-Suite. You can go in there whenever you want, complete assignments at any time of the day, even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
A lot of the work on my course is practical and very hands-on, so you get to use the Macs and the editing suites and real cameras that would be used in the industry. It's because employers are looking for experience, and this uni gives you the opportunity to actually work in the industry while you're still studying, so that you have the experience on your CV when you're applying for a job.
Hopefully when I've got my degree, I plan to go on to do my masters and then go into clinical psychology.
So I think Leeds is a really great student city. It's full of independent bars and restaurants. It's also got cultural aspects like museums and art galleries as well, and the town hall, which are nice to visit.
Yeah, but Leeds is a very open, accepting community.
Because it's based for students, and there's lots to do, there's bars and all sorts of places to go.
So if you want to be part of the community and feel like you actually matter to the university, I'd recommend Trinity.
So there you go, Leeds Trinity University, and a bit of a flavour on what's on offer there in the fantastic city of Leeds, of course. Sticking with Leeds, if the arts is something you're wanting to pursue, well, Leeds Arts University is absolutely sensational. The only specialist arts university in West Yorkshire with famous alumni. I mean, these are proper big hitters, right? Damien Hirst, Barbara Hepworth, and Henry Moore. I mean, three massive, massive names in the arts world, of course. It's recently undergone a major renovation and made some spectacular improvements to their provision as well. Let's find out more.
The university has a really friendly feel to it.
There's a huge creative atmosphere here.
And everyone's got their own style.
It feels homely and the staff are really friendly.
I like the freedom. I like being able to come to my studio and just spend the whole day in front of all my work and my ideas.
Something I really enjoy is the ability to work with just everyone.
Being in an arts unit, we can collaborate with whoever you want.
It's a great working environment to sort of be in.
It's a lot of like hands-on practice. We're always learning new stuff every single day.
The fact that it was practical was just great. I just love it.
I love the contact time that we have with our tutors.
We get like a lot of one-to-one.
I really enjoy that tutors are interested in who we are as people and as practitioners.
Staff are so helpful.
And they're really encouraging of us. The tutors will know you and they'll know your work.
They are industry professionals. They know what they're talking about. They really take care of us. The facilities are really good.
The facilities here are great.
The facilities themselves are industry standard.
General access to like anything we need is amazing.
It's so good having it all at your fingertips.
I saw the great facilities and I thought it would be a great way for me to express myself.
You come to university and then you learn everything from scratch, and by the time you finish you know all the industry standards.
Leeds has something for everyone.
There's a lot of culture in music and in film, and it's something that I would recommend to anybody that would love to explore, you know, life.
I'm glad I came to Leeds. The uni's like really nice.
It's like a home away from home almost.
I really like the fact that everything's local, including uni.
Leeds was definitely the place to be for me.
It's really exciting.
Leeds Arts University, one of the institutions, of course, we are featuring this morning. And thanks for joining us. If you're joining us a little bit late, you'll be able to watch all this back as well. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments. Sophie and Laura are hanging about and are happy to answer anything you might have to question them on. Not a problem at all. Let's move on to one of our partner employers and talk about degree apprenticeships and graduate opportunities as well. This could be a really good route for you. And from Morrison's, we have a community champion who is Pam Abbott joining us this morning.
Morning, Rich.
There you are. How are you, Pam? You okay?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
I don't know whether to embarrass you by mentioning that you were recently awarded the British Empire Medal, the MBE, after being nominated by the company. I don't know whether to embarrass you with that or just leave it, Pam. What do you reckon?
Go on then, I'll go for the embarrassment.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, and this is for your work that you've been doing. So, tell us a little bit about Morrison's. I know it was established back in 1899. That's right, isn't it? In Bradford, yeah?
That's right. The business started with Mr. Ken Morrison on a market stall in Bradford, selling butter and bits of bread, things like that. And now we are a multi-million-pound company.
So it's a fantastic rise. And just explain specifically what your role is, Pam, exactly what you do.
So I'm a manager, but also my main role is a community champion. So that's doing a lot of work in the community, mixing with people, with schools, with colleges. I do a lot of work with the degree apprenticeships, the graduates, just going out into colleges, speaking about the business, what we can offer students, what's available, and just basically being out there and being the face of Morrison's, really.
Okay, fantastic. Now, we've heard degree apprenticeships being mentioned so far this morning as a possible route. Just break that down for us a little bit, exactly what that entails, and also specifically how it works with Morrison's, who are obviously one of our partner employees as well.
Yeah, well, Morrison's offer some fantastic degree apprenticeship schemes. We've got logistics, retail, corporate, manufacturing, and in their own right, depending on what route you want to go down, we offer a 3-year scheme. For that, you'll come and work for the business. We pay you a wage. And I think I wouldn't be wrong in saying it at the moment, it's about £21,000 a year. We allow you the time to go study. It's either Bradford or Sheffield. We pay for your travel, your food, anything. Morrison's will pay for everything to allow you to achieve that degree apprenticeship. When you work for us, we move you about the business so you get the full experience of working for Morrison's. Like I said, the study days, we allow you to go do that and just get the break that you need at times. Once you've completed the 3 years, we guarantee you a job with Morrison's in management level. If you decided you wanted to move on, then that's fair enough. You've had the experience of working in that field. So the degree apprenticeships is second to none that we offer as a business.
Okay, and it's just worth saying, I mean, in terms of the size of the company, and the opportunities in there, I mean, how many is it that Morrison's employ, Pam? I think the exact figure. What is it at the moment?
I do. It's 98,956.
And at Junction 40, on your hands there, don't you, to count them all up?
At Junction 41, we employ just over 1,300 colleagues. This coming year, September 21, we're looking for at least 60 degree apprenticeships, young people to start, and it's great. They bring fresh blood, fresh ideas, and some of the previous colleagues now, because they are our colleagues, they've gone into the higher level management, and they're absolutely the shining. It's an opportunity that if you want to be in manufacturing, retail, or logistics, then it's worth doing.
And there'll be some people, watching now who are thinking, I do want to do higher education, but I do want to get stuck into work life as well. I do want to earn. I do want to get going from now. I don't want to study and then do that. This is that opportunity for them, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You come out of the 3 years with a degree and debt-free, and the experience that you will get from that 3 years with working with Morrison's is absolutely outstanding. And when you speak to some of the past degree apprenticeships, that's the first thing that they say. It was great having that on-site experience, learning, earning money, and coming away with it without any debt.
Okay, Pam, we've got a question for you. And again, any questions, just pop them in the comments. We can bring them through to anyone who is here. This is from Terry. What is the starting wage for a degree level apprentice? Is asking Terry.
It's approximately £21,000.
So it's around that mark.
It's around that mark. I don't have the exact figure because it changes every year, and obviously we've not been doing a lot of this recently, but it is around that mark. I won't be far wrong on that one. But if he's interested, he can contact Junction 41, ask for me, and I can be more specific for him.
Okay, no worries. And in terms of Morrison's itself, just for the actual company, there's quite a lot of benefits for being an employer of Morrison's as well. I'm thinking things like pension and share save schemes and stuff like that. So what kind of things are there for those employees?
Oh, there's lots of benefits. We have a discount card. You actually get 3 discount cards for shopping at Morrison's, so you can pass that on to your family. At the moment, it's 15% discount. You can pay into the pension scheme. At the moment, you can pay 5% and the business will pay 5%. So that's a really, really good thing to do. And you can buy shares in Morrison's. It's a 3-year thing, and you can invest up to £350 a month to buy shares. At the end of it, you either keep it as shares or you can sell it and buy yourself a new car.
Fantastic. Okay, Pam, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Just giving a little idea into degree apprenticeships and with you guys at Morrison's, because it's really interesting to hear, and I think a lot of people will be interested in taking that up. There's obviously, like, you've got a limited number. And let me just, before you go, we've just got another question that's just come in, Pam, because you're a very popular lady this morning. Joshua wants to know, are there any jobs within IT? I know we've touched that there are lots of areas you can get involved in. What about that specifically in the IT area of the business?
Yes, we have a digital apprenticeship scheme. So what you would need to do, look on morrisons.jobs and early careers, and there's a list of every degree or graduate scheme that we do. And there is somebody who's actually been in that scheme talking about it, and it tells you everything you need, how many points you need, how many, qualifications. It's really, really good website for you to have a look at.
All right, Pam, you're an absolute star. Thank you for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure lots of people will be heading straight onto the website after this to take a look at everything there is on offer down at Morrison's. Pam, have a great day. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. See you soon. Right, there you go, Pam from Morrison's with the degree apprenticeships, which might be something for you to take a look at. Let's move on to our fifth partner institution, Kirklees College University Centre, who offer degree level courses in a variety of disciplines as well. They've recently opened the new £14 million higher skill centre at Pioneer House in Dewsbury. Let's find more about this newly refurbished facility.
Hi, my name is Ryan Kesler and I'm currently studying H&C Business at Kirklees College, which is in the new Pioneer building. So I've been studying business from high school to uni level now, and my auntie has also been a big inspiration for me because she's been studying business as well, and she's also an accountant, so she inspired me to study business because I want to be an accountant also. So I really enjoy how supportive my tutors are. I've been helped from start to end through like the whole of my course by my tutors. They're really, really helpful. I also like the fact that everybody's really friendly. I've made a lot of friends on the course, and that everything's really digital. So my assignments, my briefs, everything's online. So I would say the most challenging part about my course is moving from level 3 to level 4. The briefs are a little bit different and the writing's a little bit different. My tutors were a big help, and they helped me transition from level 3 to level 4, and they helped me get to know what was different and what I needed to know. I've done placement on level 3, and on level 4 we've also been looking at other industries and other businesses to kind of help us get an insight in what the real world would be and what life after college would be like. So I've gained a lot of support from the college. They've helped me with my student finances a lot. From doing it independently, I felt like it was a real struggle, but then when I gained help from the college and the finance department, it was very helpful when looking at my student finance and how to actually set it up before I come onto the course. I found that studying the H&C has made me a more independent person. So when it comes to doing my work, I've discovered that being independent is kind of a must. So the Pioneer High Skills Centre is the new building for the Kirklees College students. It's very welcoming in a way. You feel like you want to be here, and it's like you want to achieve, you want to move on, and you want to move forward. So I really enjoy being in the building. So when I leave the course, I plan to further study a AAT course, which is an accountancy course, as I aspire to be an accountant myself.
And all the details there, of course, of how you can get more information for Kirklees College University Centre, which moves us on to the Leeds Conservatoire, the only conservatoire in the UK that doesn't charge audition fees. All facilities are industry standard or better. They've got brand new drama studios, actually, with views over Leeds city centre. What could be more beautiful? The campus itself is situated next to the, within the heart of the Leeds Cultural Quarter. Now, next door neighbours to the BBC, Leeds Playhouse, lots of stuff going on, close to Northern Ballet, all in that area around there, and Yorkshire Dance as well. Explore life at Leeds Conservatoire through the experiences of one of their students, Maddie Morris. Now, Maddie graduated from the folk music course in 2020 and is also, wait for this, the current holder of the BBC Radio 2 Young Folk Award.
I think for me, the best thing about studying folk at Leeds Conservatoire was the fact that the faculty were just incredible. So being able to study under artists like Nancy Kerr and Jim Moray and Pete Flood, to name a few, was just all of these things that you can't quite imagine until you're doing it. And being able to learn from sort of their artistry and their stagecraft, and just being able to have conversations with people who are, so well seen in the folk scene was just really awesome. I really enjoyed it. I think what made me choose Leeds Conservatoire was firstly the fact that Leeds is a wonderful city and it's a very diverse city with loads of gigging opportunities that I just love. Being able to study around so many musicians, even those who weren't studying folk, those on jazz and pop, and getting to learn from them as well as learning from your tutors was this experience that you kind of always dream of as a musician and you don't really think actually happens. The facilities at Leeds Conservatoire are absolutely insane. Like, it's just unimaginable. Going into not just the practice rooms but the studios, and actually one of my favourite things about the conservatoire was the library, and having all this music and all this content just at your fingertips, and being able to access that was really cool. I think what else is amazing about the facilities is that they're accessible at such extensive amounts of time. So being able to go into the conservatoire at 2:00 on a Wednesday night was pretty cool. One of my favourite things I did when I was at Leeds Conservatoire was in my second year we did like a mini folk tour, and we went to a lot of folk clubs sort of in Yorkshire, and performed as a cohort, and that was really cool, getting to perform alongside my classmates. So the performance opportunities at Leeds Conservatoire are extensive, and there's loads of different things you can get involved in. We had the folk showcases where we kind of showed what we've been doing in our ensembles and what we've been doing in our one-to-ones. Another wonderful thing about studying at the Conservatoire is that it opens doors for gigs elsewhere. There's always something on in Leeds. There's always a gig to go to or to perform at. So I fall asleep.
Yeah, a real history of success there from Leeds Conservatoire. Of course, you can get more information about that as well. We're going to hear from West Yorkshire Police in just a moment. Before we do, let's just bring back, if we can, Sophie and Laura, our outreach officers, because we got a couple of questions that have come in, and hopefully you'll be able to help us out. And either of you can take what comes in, depending on what it is. So the first one is someone is saying, I'm concerned at the level of debt. How would it be repaid after graduation? Who'd like to pick that one up?
I'm happy to take that, if that's all right.
Go for it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's important to say you don't start repaying your student loan until the April after you graduate. So I guess sort of, is it repaid straight after graduation? The answer is no. There's an awful lot of information around student finance and the sort of, repayments and stuff like that. So I'm going to give a very, very brief overview. But essentially, the key things to remember is your repayments are based on your income. So at the moment, you only start repaying when you're earning over £26,575 per year, very specifically. And also importantly, if you ever fall below that salary, you stop repaying. So we generally say to people it amounts to about the price of a cup of coffee a day to sort of repay your student loan. So it's not a massive, terrifying loan or repayment schedule. So as I say, I don't want to go into too much detail because there's an awful lot of information, but for anyone who's interested or concerned or wants more information, I'd recommend checking out the Student Finance England website or heading over to the UCAS website.
Okay, we've got another question as well. So let's just bring this one in, and it's about bursaries. Are bursaries available?
So yeah, I can take this one. So the answer is yes, and I would advise that you go on a university or college website that you're interested in, and just search for bursaries, and all their bursaries will be hopefully on their website, and you'll be able to view them. So there's bursaries available for things like if your household income is under a certain amount per year. There's also bursaries if you've achieved kind of certain grades in your level 3 qualification. And there's also things like scholarships available as well if you excel in a certain sport, for example. So it's well worth going on the university and colleges websites that you're interested in.
Okay, for now, Sophie, Laura, thank you very much. Any more questions, bring them in. Sophie and Laura hanging about, and they can answer any questions that you've got. So yeah, thank you very much for that. Let's move on to another one of our partner employers. This is West Yorkshire Police, and we've got May here joining us this morning to talk about graduate and apprenticeship pathways and opportunities with West Yorkshire Police. So let's bring in May, who can have a chat with us this morning. Here we go. There we go. How you doing? You okay?
Morning, Rich. Fine, thank you.
Good. All right. This is quite a wide area, isn't there? And I know there are specifically a couple of pathways. So just give a little bit of context, a bit of background about what you do, May, and how people can get involved in the graduate and apprenticeship opportunities that are there.
Yep. So thank you, Rich. So my name's May. I've been a police officer for 18 years with the organisation West Yorkshire Police. Recently, there is a number of different ways to join West Yorkshire Police if you are interested, and I will go into them. Mainly two ways. There's either the 3-year degree apprenticeship route or the 2-year degree holder programme. So first of all, I'll talk about the 3-year programme that we offer at the moment. So this is a programme that is a 3-year training programme where you are trained. We will train you to become a police officer, and at the same time you will go off to Leeds Trinity University and study for a degree in professional policing practice. It's a 3-year course. From day one, you will be paid a starting salary of just over £21,400. So you will be paid, and then at the same time go off to Leeds Trinity University. The nice thing about this apprenticeship is that you won't have to pay for the course itself. West Yorkshire Police will pay for that, so there's nothing to worry about in terms of getting into any debts or having to pay any loans or anything like that. So that's the beauty of this particular course. It's a mixture of practical learning. We will teach you how to become a police officer, how to deal with incidents that come in, and teach you the law side. But then at the same time, you'll go off to Leeds Trinity University to learn about the academic side of professional policing. To be able to do this course, you need to have level 2 qualifications such as GCSE Maths and English grades 4 and above. And then also at the same time, you need to have a level 3 qualification such as A-levels or BTEC. Your level 3 qualifications can be in any subject matter. They don't have to be in public service or law or anything like that. So if it's drama or English or history that you like, then that's fine, as long as your level 3 qualification equates to approximately 80 UCAS points. You would be eligible to go onto this 3-year programme. The other option is the DHEP. So if you decide basically to go off on your own accord and do a degree in whatever you choose to do elsewhere, once you've got a degree, you can go on to the DHEP. It's called the Degree Holder Entry Programme. This is a 2-year course, and for you to be able to go on this, you must have a degree, but the degree can be in any subject. So if it's drama or knitting or textiles or whatever, as long as you have a degree, then you can go on this 2-year programme. The starting salary for the DHEP programme is £24,780, and at the end of this period, you will get a diploma in professional policing practice. Again, we will teach you how to become a police officer. We'll teach you all the law side of things, but then at the same time, you will then still go off to Leeds Trinity University to do your diploma. Again, the force will pay for the academic side of things.
Fantastic. Now, so it's probably just worth repeating. So DHEP is Degree Holder Entry Programme, and the PCDA, which is the Police Constable Degree Apprenticeship. Those are the two ones on offer. And again, for anyone who's wanting to get into work whilst doing this is a great way to work and also be earning as well. And when you think about West Yorkshire Police, there are the sort of, I guess, obvious roles that people might think about, but it's really wide ranging. There are loads of things that you can kind of diversify off into, aren't there, once you've got that basic grounding. So just talk to us a little bit about those.
Yeah, so anyone who comes to work for the organisation at West Yorkshire, whether it's under the 3-year programme or the 2-year programme, you will first of all be a police constable. Police constable, police officer, all means the same thing. We're all a police officer, PC. So once you have been given your initial learning, and then you go off to districts, you will generally join a response team. A response team is someone who deals with frontline police, and you may see people out and about driving police cars, wearing their high-vis stab vests, and they are dealing with frontline policing, with calls that come in via the member of the public. Whatever service the member of the public contacts us, that might be via 999, 101, via email, whatever they want. That might be a neighbour dispute, or they may have been a victim of a burglary, or they've just witnessed something. So that is what we call frontline policing, and I call that your bread and butter, because that is your foundation to be able to expand into other departments should you wish to do so. So once you've completed either your 2-year programme or the 3-year programme, your eyes are pretty much opened up into other departments. Within West Yorkshire itself, as a police officer, there's approximately 300 different roles that you can specialise in. So, for example, the role that I'm doing at the moment, I'm Positive Action. I'm an ambassador for West Yorkshire Police. This is a specific role, so engaging with people like yourself, dealing with recruitment, progression, promotion and things like that. So that is my specific role. But there's other obvious roles, such as neighbourhood policing team, and that's dealing with neighbour disputes, things that happen within the community. There's CID, where you can branch off and deal with more in-depth investigations, such as robberies or burglaries. There's all sorts of different departments. I know someone mentioned earlier in one of the chats, they mentioned something like IT. Again, within West Yorkshire Police, you can go into the cybercrime department. There's digital media department that you can potentially go into. The key thing is that you need to have completed your probationary period for you to be able to explore the other opportunities. I just want to say, though, that during your 3-year apprenticeship or your 2-year apprenticeship, you will actually get an opportunity during part of that apprenticeship, part of that probation, to get what I call a taste tester. So say, for example, you're on the 3-year programme. After 18 months of being in the job, they may send you off to, they may say, you're going to have a month's attachment in CID to get a flavour of what CID is all about. That might be within safeguarding. Or they may say, right, you're going off to neighbourhood policing team to get a flavour of what neighbourhood policing team is about. So then at the end of your either 2 or 3 years, and you will have an idea of what you do and don't like. And if you like something, then obviously you're going to be drawn to that, and then there will be opportunities for you to have attachments, and then obviously as and when vacancies become available, then you will just apply like anyone else.
Okay, just one final question for you, May, specifically because West Yorkshire Police, there are some quite sort of set and stringent sort of shift patterns, aren't there, which are probably worth mentioning as well. So just before you go, just talk to us a little bit about that for anyone who's thinking this might be the thing for them.
Yeah, so when you join West Yorkshire Police, there will be an expectation that you will work a 24/7 shift pattern, because at the end of the day, we are a public service and we need to be available for the community 24/7. So when you join your team, which would predominantly be a response team, they will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So 2 morning shifts, 2 early shifts, that generally starts from about 7 o'clock in the morning till about 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. An afternoon shift, which generally starts about either 3 or 4 p.m. right through to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then 2 night shifts, which would start either 9 or 10 o'clock at night and finishing at 7 o'clock in the morning. Once you've done your 6 shifts, so 2 earlies, 2 afternoon, 2 night shifts, you then get 4 days off, and that kind of works continuously 365 days a year. So there will be times when your shift will fall on a weekend and there will be an expectation that you have to work a weekend. And if your shift falls on a bank holiday, Easter, Christmas or something like that, unless you book it as annual leave, there will be an expectation that you have to work it, because obviously we need to serve the public. However, when you first join the organisation, certainly probably your first 4.5 months of the job, it'd be predominantly day shifts. That's purely because obviously you're in a learning environment. You will be going off to our training school at Cargate in Wakefield, which is generally Monday to Friday, 8 till 4 p.m. And that's where you will learn your initial core learning, as well as going off to Leeds Trinity University. So the first 4.5 months, it's mainly day shifts, but then as soon as you hit your district, you will then go on to your shifts.
May, thank you so much for all that information. Really, really helpful. I'd love to see the scramble on emails for getting Christmas Day off. That must be a bit of a minefield to go through every year. Mate, thank you. Really appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if anyone wants any more information, then of course can go to the website and Go Higher Education. All the details we've got for you as well. May, thank you. There you go, May from West Yorkshire Police with us here this morning, heading towards this afternoon, aren't we? Now, let's move on to University of Bradford. Top 10 in the UK for chemical engineering, according to Guardian University League tables for 2021. That's just out. They made a significant contribution to the health industry. They are top 10 in the UK for forensic science, occupational therapy, optometry and physiotherapy. That's from the Complete University Guide for 2021 as well. So if any of these areas in specifically are of interest for you. Also won the Queen's Anniversary Prize for Work in Dementia. That was in 2016. The Athena Swan Bronze Award for tackling women's inequality in higher education. And also a triple accredited business school of management. Not bad going. Let's take a look.
I knew I wanted to work with people with disabilities and working on how to improve the accessibility of the whole world. I was originally looking at physiotherapy, and then I had an epiphany and thought, actually, assistive technology is more where I want to go. So I started Googling that, and that's how I discovered the existence of biomedical engineering. Bradford seemed the most welcoming and the most enthusiastic about engineering and about medical technology. At the moment, we're building a water pump. We also do one-off labs, which means learning how to use certain bits of machinery as well. The most rewarding part so far is actually getting into the labs and being able to build things. I have additional needs as of my chronic fatigue syndrome. I have an LSP, which is a learner support profile, which is through the disability services. They're really detailed and they're very keen to improve everything for you in any way that they can. The qualities needed to study biomedical engineering. A love of maths probably is a good advantage, but as long as you want to care for people and make the world a better place through technology, that's the most important thing. Biomedical engineering has a great future. We're becoming so much more aware and caring so much more. We're going to need so much more biomedical engineering to help people be able to live at the best quality of living that they can possibly have. This is Bradford. This is where I prove disability doesn't mean inability.
University of Bradford for you there this morning. Okay, let's bring in a couple more of your questions. Sophie and Laura can join us again. Any questions, any comments, please throw them over. We want to get them asked for you as well. Lucy is asking, how much is a higher education course? Which I guess will be a question on a lot of people's lips this morning.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll take this, and I've just jumped in so fast there, Laura. Sorry. So the maximum that universities and colleges can charge is £9,250 per year. However, I've mentioned previously this morning, uni centres and colleges do tend to charge less. So our fees at the minute is typically £7,950 per year. So once again, it's well worth doing your research, but you can take a tuition fee loan from Student Finance England to cover the cost of your tuition fees, and that information will be on the Student Finance England website.
Okay, let's bring in another question as well, because there's some coming in that we want to be able to answer for you as well. So it should magically appear on the screen in just a moment. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I think we've got. Do we have another one? I think we possibly have got another one that's going to come in. It's just that one at the moment. So there you go. Just the one at the moment. Sophie, Laura, if anything else comes in, Sophie and Laura are here, and look, they're eager. They're jumping in to answer your questions this morning. They can't get enough of it. Yeah, brilliant. Any more for now? Sophie and Laura, thank you very much. Get them in the comment section. We can ask anything you need. And like I say, if you're thinking of it, someone else will be as well. So well worth asking. Okay, let's move on to the University Centre Calderdale College. Famous alumni include Hannah Cockcroft, the Paralympic gold medalist. Absolutely fantastic stuff. They work closely with the community and are really proud of the work that they do. Let's take a look.
Hello. We're very local as well. We're very reflexive of the local geography, and so one of the things our external examiners comment on is how our courses actually are rooted in the community, and the projects that the students do are often related to local concerns or local issues or local charities and community centres and things like that. And actually that can really make a difference, not only to the students in terms of their learning, but also to the community. Actually, we give back quite a bit to the community, and we have that ability to have that relationship with the community that means that we're enriching the community alongside the students and their learning. I think that's really important.
Definitely, the amount of employers that we worked with to design and develop the courses that we deliver means that students leave us with the skills required to gain meaningful employment within the local area and wider sort of Leeds City region.
So there you go, University Centre Calderdale. Let's move on to the University Centre at Wakefield College, joined by the UniConnect Outreach Officer based at Wakefield University Centre, who is Jane. Jane, hello.
Hi.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good. Okay. University Centre at Wakefield College. Loads of degree level courses on offer there, aren't there?
There are, and like Sophie mentioned earlier on, we do HNCs, HNDs, foundation degrees. So there's a good mixture of routes there for people who don't want to do the full 3 years or the full 4 years. If they're doing an extended degree, you can do a 1 year, 2 year course just to upskill yourself for a job that you might be looking for, or going into a different career, making a change. There's lots and lots of options out there.
Yeah, and one of those as well, one of the new courses, talks about the new computer science degree. There's a lot of excitement around that at the moment, and a great course to potentially get involved in as well.
Well, there is, and that was designed with the help of industry professionals, employers that and organisations that we work with, so that we were specifically looking to write a degree course that gave the employers what they wanted, so that we could help to fill the skills gaps, and that people were studying would be going into an area where they would have plenty of options for careers later on.
I know one of the things that Wakefield University Centre and the Wakefield College are really proud of is accessibility, and also for students with special educational needs as well. So tell us a little bit about how you do that down at the University Centre.
I think it's fair to say, and because I work for UniConnect as well as Wakefield College, that all universities and university centres are very proud of their efforts to make them inclusive organisations. And one of the things that we do at Wakefield College is we have special education needs coordinators, we have study support tutors, and that means that anybody who's got special educational needs or a disability, if they could be able to apply for a DSA, which is a Disabled Students Allowance. And we can help with that. We can support that right from the beginning. So we can help with the application process. We can help with the implementation and the assessment. So once the assessments come through and we find out if they've been successful, they might be able to have a piece of equipment that's specially designed for them, something that will help them to access their studies better. It could be having a laptop, or it could be something else like having study support outside of the classroom. So somebody to help them to go through things, to proofread. And I mean, sometimes it's just something like having some quiet space somewhere that you can go, and just having that bit of time out that makes you be able to access your study and study better. And there's also as well, you can sometimes get special exam arrangements where you might be able to get more time in an exam, or you might be able to have a reader or a scribe. There's lots of different things, and it's all very personal to the individual, but there's lots of support there. And I think it's very important to stress that inclusivity, and that there is always a way around something if you want to do something.
Okay, Jane, we're back with you in just a moment, but before we do that, let's take a look a bit actually at the University Centre at Wakefield College.
Hi, my name's David. I'm the Programme Leader for the BSc Honours in Computer Science. This is a degree course that was recently validated by the University of Hull, so it's the first year that we've taught it. The course involves a number of different areas of computer science, ranging from looking at computer architecture and the inner workings of a computer to the programming side of computer science, so looking at how we develop software. We've also got a range of topics that are in the news at the minute, such as artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and analysing big data. So there is a wide variety of topics covered by this degree course.
I'm enjoying this course. I find it really, challenging. It's a good challenge though. I like pushing myself forward and learning new things.
I chose this course to help further progress me individually as well as my career. It also partially had to do with the amazing tutors that were on that course, but less to do with that and more to progress me. My first year at college, my tutor suggested I might have high functioning autism, and I got diagnosed with then high functioning autism. So I am very grateful for college there for picking up on that and helping me in a way.
So there you go. I mean, we've spoken a bit about the courses and computer science there as well, and inclusivity being such an important and key thing. It's worth mentioning as well about how closely you work with awarding universities and employers as well.
Yeah, definitely. And when we are writing courses, as I said earlier, with the computer science, we do discuss this. We consult with outside organisations to make sure that we are preparing young people to go out into the world and employers are getting what they want. We've got degree, our partners who award our degrees are Hull University, Leeds Beckett University, Huddersfield University, and you know we do get more. We change from time to time dependent on who's validating the degrees that we want to put forward, and we're always looking for new courses to keep up to date with what's needed, because the jobs market out there, as everybody will know, I mean, I know we're in a bit of a funny place at the moment, but it's ever changing. And, you know, as people are coming through schools and colleges, the jobs that will be available in 10, 20 years' time, they won't have even been heard of as yet. So we've got to constantly, as a university centre, keep up to date, keep talking to employers, keep talking to firms and organisations to find out what, you know, the future needs may be, so that we can try to meet that skill.
Jane, thank you so much. University Centre at Wakefield College. Really good to speak to you today, and thanks for being a part of our virtual event today, which of course we all would have liked to have done in person, but not to be for 2021 with things being as they are, as Jane was just touching on that as well. Okay, any questions, comments? Remember, you can keep those coming in. Before we do that, let's move to Leeds College of Building, one of the largest colleges in the UK, specialising in construction, used by major construction companies for their higher apprenticeships as well. They are proud to promote equal opportunities and address gender inequality in construction and engineering as well. Let's check out their facilities and hear from some of their students.
Originally, I chose to come to Leeds College of Building to do a full-time course in civil engineering. When I joined college, I was here about 3 months, and then through hard work that I got recommended for an apprenticeship through my lecturer.
We take apprentices here on different modes of study. We have the day release apprentices, who are generally fairly local to the area. We've also got employers who would prefer to send their students in blocks.
My employer is really understanding, and they normally are. So if you go, actually, I'm really struggling with college work at the moment, they'll let you do an afternoon of college work. They want you to succeed.
The courses on offer to the students include apprenticeships in construction crafts, your traditional brickwork, roofing, joinery courses, as well as services crafts, plumbing, electrical, heating and ventilation, refrigeration, air conditioning. And then on the technical and professional side, there's architectural technology, quant surveying, civil engineering, construction management, and a whole host of careers around those qualifications.
The assignments that we get given at college are related obviously directly to work, so we can use things to help us in both. So we'll learn things at college which we can use for work, and we'll use stuff we've learned at work to help us with college.
We've had some absolutely outstanding awards from BTEC Pearson. This year we've won Apprenticeship Provider of the Year, which is a superb accolade for Leeds College of Building.
Civil engineering is really hard to define. It's so broad, you've got all sorts of different sectors, ranging from all sorts of things. You can work in water, transport, highways, trains, basically problem solving, making things better for the world we live in today.
The easiest way to explain it would be an architect works from the ground up, civil engineer works from the ground down.
Just think about how you learn. You know, some people really thrive at university and it's definitely for them, whereas some people like me are a bit more hands-on. So just do your research and pick what's best for you.
Okay, let's move on to Bradford College now. We've only got a couple of institutions to go. We've flown by this morning. Bradford College, whose famous alumni include Nicola Adams, the former professional boxer, Alice Morton, former Labour MP, and David Hockney, the very famous artist, of course. But more importantly than any of that, and anything you'll hear the whole morning today, is that Bradford College students broke the world record for the biggest onion bhaji in 2011 and the biggest samosa in 2012. That's what we're talking about. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the Lister building, a Grade 2 listed building built in 1911, built to replicate the textile mills. It's home to the renowned Bradford School of Art, where we offer a wide range of postgraduate and undergraduate degrees. Have you got an appointment with a member of staff or just need some help and assistance? Come visit our reception and see one of our friendly front of house staff. Come on. Right, so this is our fashion studio, and it's where all our fashion students can use things like these weaving looms, all of these sewing machines, and I've got areas over here for pattern cutting as well. We are really proud to have the Dye House Gallery, a space used to permanently exhibit all the fantastic work from our students and local artists. We also have events here throughout the year, many of which are open to the public. To be or not to be? That is the question. And here we have our performing arts studio, where our lecturers deliver workshops to students. They're known as the Black Box, so we've got a sprung dance floor, lighting, sound systems, everything you need to make sure that you can get the performance of a lifetime. Are you filming? Oh, this is our makeup and special effects studio. So it's split into two sections, one for makeup, media and hair, where they've got like storage cupboards and all the specific lighting, and the photography section where students can focus on the work under the specific lighting conditions that they need. The textile and print room is a purpose-built space designed for the coloration and designing of textiles. It includes two full-length print screen tables for printing lengths of fabric and fabric sampling. Students can enjoy an extensive range of facilities, from mixing dyes, washing facilities, batik equipment and a heat press. Our industry standard photography studio is equipped with the Lintram and Bowens flash heads and all the accessories you need to get the right lighting conditions, and perfect for my selfies. Canon DSLR cameras, lenses, tripods and flash units are available to rent out, as well as a fully equipped black and white darkroom.
So there you go, Bradford College. Love that, that was great. Okay, let's move on to our penultimate institution today, Leeds Beckett University. Let's find out a bit about student volunteering, National Union of Students as well. To do that, the Uni Connect outreach officer based at Leeds Beckett University is Will Hall. Will, hello.
Morning.
Yeah, you're
Afternoon.
right. Yeah, just about. Yeah, we're just about in there. All right, Will, let's start off by talking about the student union, mate, because we've talked about a lot of the courses and the community and the atmosphere. And when we talk about community, but also student involvement, this is a huge thing, isn't it? So just talk us through, essentially to start with, what is a student union?
Yeah, of course. So every university in the UK has got a student union. Leeds Beckett has one too. So a student union, for everyone out there, is a non-for-profit organisation, and their main aim is to make student lives better, basically. So we're a group that represents all students, also known as the Student Voice, and it's led by students and it's for students too.
Okay, and what does it sort of do specifically? It's there for you, but what's its actual, the purpose of the stuff that because the nitty-gritty, I guess, is probably the way to put it.
Yeah, so the main aim, Rich, is for the student union addresses the different needs of all of the students at our university. So people at the union are elected each year by all the other students at the university. They represent everyone here, and they're campaigning for positive change throughout. So Leeds Beckett SU has an experienced team, and they can support anyone out there with issues such as on their course or in accommodation or any financial hardship. But each student studying at Leeds Beckett also becomes a member of the SU by joining the uni, and they get access to all the cool opportunities such as joining societies or volunteering.
All right, so let's start with societies, because this can be a huge part of a higher education experience, to get involved in the stuff that's on offer outside of the course, but really to kind of round you as a person and your experience as well. What kind of things are there? There's loads, right?
Yeah, societies are great. So essentially they're a club or a membership where you can join a group of like-minded people. So at home watching, what are your interests perhaps, because we've got over 60 societies at Leeds Beckett. We've got African Caribbean Society, games design, there's drama, there's Harry Potter, there's the Guide Dog Society. And if there's not one that exists, you can set one up. We'll help you do that too. So societies run events all year round where people get together. It's a great place to make new friends, try something new, or do something that you already love. So I don't know if there's one out there for you, Rich, something you're interested in.
We had a family quiz the other day, and my niece organised it, and it was a Harry Potter quiz. And I've got to be honest with you, Will, I've never seen a Harry Potter movie or read books. So I was just like,
yeah, which house are you in?
I came last. I don't know. I was just it didn't go well for me. But let me just ask you a little bit. Aside from the societies, there's also volunteering which people can do. I know you've had personal experience of volunteering, and I also know that things have been different this year, both with societies and student unions, like with all higher education, all aspects of it, because of the pandemic, which you didn't want to touch on too much this morning, because hopefully we're talking about September 2021 and we can be back in the swing of things. But you've had experience of volunteering, and this can be an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, I have. Volunteering is something close to my heart, but it's also something that we're really passionate here at Leeds Beckett. We work closely with employers and partners to help our graduates become ready for work and boost their chances of getting a job. So we have local volunteering. We also have local volunteering. We're going to play a video in a moment where you can hear from some of our local volunteers. Volunteering opens so many doors, in my opinion. In 2019, I volunteered with a group of Leeds Beckett students, and we went out to Uganda, where we built a playground and offered play sessions to a local primary school. It was awesome. Gained lots of skills, including teamwork, resilience. I also learned how to shower with a jerry can, which was difficult at first, but the student union offers this for all of the students that come and join us. It's a great way to bolster your CV and meet new people and just experience giving something back to the local community.
All right, you teased a little taster there. Let's do it. Let's take a look at this video and find out a bit more about volunteering life.
I'm Jenny and I study psychology.
My name is George and I'm studying my Masters in Computer Science.
Sasha Wilding and I study History.
Grace Bremer, International Business.
I decided to become a volunteer because I wanted to get some work experience working with people, but also just give a bit back to the community while I still had chance before I go off and work full time for the rest of my life.
I just wanted to do something a little bit different from just the typical student life.
I needed skills for my CV but wasn't entirely sure how to get them.
Volunteering is basically giving back to community, like however much work you want to put in.
When we were younger, my mum relied on other people, so it's quite nice to give back because we've experienced what volunteering and charity can actually do for people.
It's giving what you can, if it's time, if it's money, if you can grab donations together, get people doing events like singing. It's not always monetary.
It basically means that I can actually contribute to community in the city in a meaningful way, and
it is fun. It is fun. I do enjoy working with the volunteer group here.
There's just so much different stuff you can get involved in.
I manage EcoSoup.
We've been doing stuff with the guide dogs.
I work at the thrift shop and on the stock room.
I'm on the community committee.
I've been in the marketing department.
Doing a bit of filming today.
Volunteering does help with your mental health, your motivation, you want to actually get up on the morning and come in and do stuff. It's enjoyable.
You're just putting in your time and your effort and you're making a difference to other people.
Meet a wide variety of people.
I think it's made me a lot more of a sociable person. It's given me a lot more people skills.
If you want to do it, if you've got the slight instinct to volunteer, do it.
Go do it.
I say just do it.
Sign up and do it, really.
Do it.
Just do it.
It's really rewarding.
It's not for yourself, it's for others, but you do get a good feeling about helping others, so give up some of your time, even if it's just 1 hour a week.
Have a look at your schedule, pick out any time that you've got or anything that you feel like you can contribute and just go for it because it's so rewarding.
Well, I started volunteering because there was free pizza.
So there you go. If for no other reason than pizza, it's good. I'll tell you what, Will, one thing that really stuck out there was, well, two things. Firstly, how passionate everyone was about doing it, as you were when you spoke about your work that you did, Will. And also the fact that it brought people together from all the different courses, all the different areas, all different backgrounds, coming together with one kind of goal, which was to do this. And that's, I guess, one of its beauties, really, of it bringing people together.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a strange time at the moment, but I wanted to also mention, Rich, that we're offering volunteering online. So those skills I mentioned, you can still volunteer from home, and the student union will support our students with that. We really encourage everyone to do it, whichever institution you may end up applying to. Check out the volunteering opportunities. Go and find out about the student union and about the go on the NUS website as well and find out what's available, because there might be something new or interesting and where you can meet new people, like they just mentioned in our video, gain skills and enjoy yourself in the local area. Give something back to the community.
Will, thank you so much. Leeds Becker University. We'll have to leave it there because it's pretty much lunchtime and everyone's just thinking of pizza now and daydreaming. Everyone's lost focus. And they just want pizza. Well, thank you so much for joining us, mate. Really good to see you. Really good to speak.
Thank you.
Which takes us on to our final partner institution, number 13 this morning. It's the University of Leeds, rated one of the top universities in the UK. Famous alumni include Keir Starmer, leader of the opposition at the moment, singer-songwriter Little Boots, Olympic medalist Alistair Brownlee was at University of Leeds, TV reality star and Strictly contestant Jamie Lang. And I can't believe it's not been put on the list myself. I mean, unbelievable. I can tell you from personal experience, University of Leeds is a fantastic place. Let's hear from a student ambassador.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily and I'm currently in my 4th and final year studied medicinal chemistry at the University of Leeds. So one of my course highlights probably has to be my 3rd year. So as part of my degree, I got the opportunity to go on a year in industry, in which I got a job with a company called Reckitt Benckiser working in the Strepsils department. So as part of my job, I was involved in the development of new formulations that would be put into new and upcoming Strepsils products. So this was a really exciting opportunity for me and something that I never saw myself doing before I came to university to study this course. And not only that, you know, it gave me a really good insight into the pharmaceutical industry, which was a potential prospect for careers for me. So why did I choose the University of Leeds? So there were lots of reasons, but I'd say one of the main ones was how the university actually felt to me. So when I went on the open day, I really sort of fell in love with the university. All the lecturers that I saw were super engaging, and I really liked the style of the university as well. So it's quite old, and there's lots and lots of red bricks, and so I could really just sort of see myself fitting in there and being happy. Another reason why I chose the University of Leeds is because I'm quite local to the area anyway. So for me, before I came to university, I'd sort of decided that I didn't want to move that far away. So Leeds was a really good sort of in-between where I could still have my independence, but have that support from family and friends there as well. So in my free time, out of the many societies that the university has to offer, I have previously joined the Pantomime Society and the Music Theatre Society. So those were two sort of hobbies that I really enjoy doing at home, and it was a really nice opportunity to sort of transfer that hobby to university as well. So in the future, I'm really lucky this year to have got a job with Teach First, so I'll be learning how to become a secondary school teacher.
So there you go, a bit of a flavour from University of Leeds as well. Well, there you go. Our virtual roadshow is coming to an end. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said at the start, we'd have liked to have done this in person, but that's not the way things are just at the moment. But hopefully this has given you a flavour. If you know anyone else who might benefit from some of the information, you will be able to watch this back on YouTube and various other platforms as well and dip into the area that might be specific for you. There are diverse and loads of higher education provisions in West Yorkshire alone, loads of different routes available, and it's not a one-size-fits-all, but hopefully you've seen something that might be right for you. The institutions you've heard from this morning, they do offer great support. They do look after you. And if you want any more information, you can visit the Go Higher West Yorkshire website for more local information. Of course, there is the Higher Education Week coming up starting on Monday as well. I did mention that there is this £50 worth of shopping vouchers you can get involved in as well. It's a short evaluation for you to fill in. And your chance, if you do that, to win this £50 of shopping vouchers. If you get a moment, head to wakefield.ac.uk/roadshow. That's wakefield.ac.uk/roadshow, and all the details are there. Hopefully you'll be able to walk off after today with those £50 of shopping vouchers as well. It's been really good to have your company. Thanks for joining us. And if you want any more information, head to the Go Higher website.